1418 and I am back with another video. It is, what is today? November 26th. It is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. It is officially Christmas season, holiday season, whatever the case may be for you. So, Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! Happy Kwanzaa! Happy Hanukkah! Happy everything. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, followed closely by the the holiday season, the winter holiday, whatever like I said, happy everything. So we are doing Vlogmas, which if you've watched, you've probably already seen. I've done 3 days of Vlogmas so far, and I won't have a video every day, but I do have a number of videos lined up of all holiday preparations. We'll do opening the presents with the dogs. We won't do opening presents with the girls because they do not wish to be on YouTube, which is totally fine. And probably opening gifts with Kristen. We don't do a lot of gift exchange other than with the dogs because they are so fun to watch open the presents, and then with the kids and just Kristen's nieces and my niece Sadie. So there's not going to be too much to show of that, but there's so much that goes into the holidays that is completely unrelated to presents, which is the best part of the holiday in my opinion. I love the lights, I love the music. I've been watching Hallmark movies for 2 days straight now. Decided to force myself to take a little break so that I could come and make a video for you, but I have been getting a lot of knitting done in that time. And the house is all decorated with the exception of our tree. So it's just, I love this time of year. From right before Thanksgiving, right through New Year's, it's just my favorite time of year. So I wanted to give you a little life update because some people have asked. The last video I made, Max was going to have a biopsy of his leg because we thought he had a tumor on his leg, and the vet thought he had a tumor on his leg. But the vet made that, well, the vet didn't say she thought it was a tumor. She said she thought we needed a biopsy of it when she saw a photo of it. Well, Max went to the vet, was it last Saturday? Was it just a week ago? On the 18th. I don't know how long ago that was. I think it was last week. Yeah, last week. So he went to the vet. She looked at it. She said, "Oh, that is not something we can put a needle in. I don't think it's a tumor." She did an all-over exam of him and found another one on his front leg. The other one was on his back leg. He has no pain symptoms, no symptomology, just that he has a bump. Oh my God, I'm really shiny. Oh well. It's because I got St. Nicholas cheeks. Anyway, so she decided that we were going to give him some medication for inflammation to try and take out any inflammation that might be in the joints. And on Thursday, he's going to have an x-ray. It's leaning towards this is going to be a skeletal thing. It could be arthritis, but it's not leaning towards in any way, shape, or form it being a tumor. So that is great news because we really were preparing for the worst. If it was the tumor that we thought it was, we probably would have lost him within 6 months. So that is good news. I'm always happy for good news, especially after this year. What else? Dewey is maintaining on his current medications, so that's a good sign. He does go to the vet on Tuesday. I need an agenda just for dog visits, vet visits and medications and all that. But he goes Monday afternoon, late afternoon, for a pressure check in his eye, and fingers crossed things will still be maintaining at a normal pressure and we can continue on and get through the holiday season without any more major life occurrences. So those are both good news. Those are both good news. What else is going on? This week, Sadie turns 4. How is she 4? Anyway, she had her birthday parties, and my sister I've seen some pictures. My mother sent me a picture, and it looks like she had a great time at her parties. She had a family party that I didn't go to, and she had a friend's party that I also didn't go to. But um, she's an amazing little kid, and I can't believe she's gonna be 4. She needs to stop growing. I think she should stay 4 forever. However, it's really cool to see her grow up. Yeah. And I can't wait to see her reaction to opening the American Girl doll and the few little things we got to go with that, because I think she's going to be really excited. And even if she's not excited, I am so excited. I am living vicariously through her, because I always wanted an American Girl doll when I was a kid. I didn't get one. Trust me, I did not go without. I had a stellar childhood. So I'm really excited for that. So all in all, it has been, oh, did I tell you? And I had a leg biopsy, not a leg biopsy. I had a biopsy of a spot on my leg, and that came back negative, which is good. Also, I think I mentioned that in the last video. So all good news all around. Knock on wood. I'm hoping that we can have a nice, calm holiday season. Last year was a rough holiday. Um, it was very emotional. This holiday is also very emotional, but I am focusing on um, just being here and now and enjoying things as they come, and being grateful for what I have and all of that mumbo jumbo. I mean, I feel like I'm Stuart Smalley. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. That kind of thing. But I really am trying, and I try to every day, even not at holiday time, to put my focus on the good things in life. You know, not to not sweat the small stuff or anything like that, but to not worry about what may be. That sounds ridiculous. But anyway, I like to live in the moment as much as possible. But what else? I talked about Max, I talked about Dewey, I talked about Vlogmas. Oh, and I've also gotten sucked into the iPhone game Animal Crossing Camp, something like that. Mini camp, little camp, I don't know. I just started playing it yesterday, and I'm flippin' obsessed. So I posted my code. Is that what it is? A code? On Instagram. If you follow me there and you're playing Animal Crossing and you want to be friends, go ahead and add me. I add everybody. I don't know why. I don't know why we need friends on Animal Crossing. Not that, I mean, I know why we need friends, but I don't know why we need friends on Animal Crossing. I feel like I've had too much coffee today. Am I talking really fast? Whew. I guess I'm happy today. There are worse things in the world than being happy. All right, so let's get into the craftiness and what I have been doing. The first thing I finished is, you saw these last week. They're the Opal Sport Socks. The color is German. And I finished 1, 2. I don't have any sock blockers up here. These are for someone for Christmas who should not be watching this vlog, and if they are, she's going to get 30 lashes with a wet noodle. Here they are. These ones are taller than the last pair. I weighed the ball this time, and I can even still go a little bit taller. And these ones do match. I don't know that I'll do that on all of them, but another gift done. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. What else did I finish? I finished an ornament that this pattern was given to me in Get Your Yarn Wish Granted. Yarn Wishes Granted. As always, all my projects have a project page with the pattern link in them. This is a pay for pattern, and it is, I'm calling it an alpaca. It's technically a llama. He did have a blanket on him, but I didn't like it, so I took it off. And here he is. He is adorable. Whoops. And he is on my little handmade ornament tree that is downstairs now. Typically it's up here in the studio, but it's Christmas, so it's downstairs. I think, can't remember what we called him. I think we called him Alfred. I don't know. Alfred the alpaca. Alfred the alpaca. Anyway, the next thing I finished was also one of a pattern that was gifted to me. I've wanted to knit him forever, and I got the pattern, and I thought he was an ornament, and he's not an ornament. So I tried to make him an ornament, but he's still not an ornament. So he's on my mantle, and this is Oatmeal the Snowman. He is meant to be knit out of bulky weight yarn. I knit him out of a very thin worsted weight. I think this was Knit Picks Brava. Yeah, I think. Anyway, here he is. He is adorable. Look at all the cables. You can see it better here. I changed his arms. I put some safety eyes on for buttons. I just think he is adorable. And I know Sarah Hepworth had said that he was on her list of things for the last couple years that she wanted to knit. Sarah, I highly recommend him. He's super quick. He took me less than, I think he took me maybe 4 hours. Adorable. And for his arms, what I did was I used what's it called? Not a French knitter, but like a French knitter that has a crank. And I knit a long piece and tied some knots in the end, and then I actually fed it through him. So those are his arms, and I think he's cute. Hi guys. He's adorable. I love him. The last thing I finished is somewhere out of Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable in the Tidal colorway. This is also a pay for pattern. There is no project page up for this as of recording, but I will try and get some pictures and get a project page up. This is called Zuzus Petals. It is a pay for pattern. I don't know if I said that already. This is also for a gift. Let's see. I did block it. There you go. I'm not going to put it on because I don't want, first of all, I don't have the right shirt on because I have a hood on, and second of all, it doesn't look very good on me, but this was made for someone who I think it will look nice on. And this took me a day, maybe a day and a half, I don't know. But it wasn't a day just like I knit all day, like some days I do just knit all day between housework. This was a day that I worked and ran errands and everything, so there it is. I'm happy with how it came out. I love the colors, and I think it's going to be very fitting. The colors are a bit washed out on the screen. I don't know if that will come across in the video, so very easy pattern to follow, very beginner lace friendly. So there's that, another Christmas gift done. I think it's a tiny bit still damp. The last finished object I have is actually from Kristen. She finished her garter squish, and I won't be able to, did she finish this last week? No, she didn't. Anyway, I will also put in a picture here after I show this of the finished blanket that she took. She did a great job. And she used these are all leftover balls of James C. Brett Marble Chunky. That was her choice. She could have used all the same. I wouldn't. She has free reign on the stash. So there was a blue. This blue was a single skein. This green is left over from a sweater I made her. This gray is the Francis Revisited sweater that I just made. And this teal is left over from the nutmeg that I made. So she is completely done, and I want to keep it, but we can't. So I'll put in a picture of her finished blanket here. I think she did a fantastic job. She did have one minor boo-boo that we fixed with no problem. And I think she enjoyed knitting it. You'll see why very soon. Whips. I have 2 active whips. The first one is, I mentioned last week that I was going to cast on the West Yorkshire Spinners in the candy cane colorway. And on Thanksgiving, while I watched the parade, which I did, and yesterday, I finished the first sock. These are for me. I do want to ask others who may have this yarn. I have never come across this before in West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. Does anyone else have white stripes that have a pink tinge to them, number one? And number two, does anybody else have splotchiness throughout their yarn? I was a little surprised and a little bit disappointed, but splotchiness is not going to stop me or get me down. It is not splotchy to the point of like Felici. You know how Felici in the lighter colors gets really splotchy on some skeins? Nowhere near like that on this, but there's that big red splotch. There's some green splotches in the red. See some more red down over here. Just a little bit. Nothing earth-shattering. But I was surprised because I expected a little bit. I expected different. I've grown to expect different from West Yorkshire Spinners. Their yarn is always so perfect. The other thing I found in this skein, which I have never found before, is that it was very slubby in the white sections. Nearly every white section I came across had a big fat slub in it. And again, not something I'm used to, but not the end of the world. So I'm considering contacting them, not because I want a refund, because I do not want a refund, but just so they're aware that there was an issue with this skein if it's not something that was supposed to be this way. And I have cast on sock number 2. You can see here. See this red spot right there? That is not part of the stripe. That is down into the white. So it is that way throughout the entire skein. Like I said, it's not going to stop me from knitting this yarn. If I knew that the splotchiness was going to be there, I probably still would have purchased it. Probably still would have knit with it. The slubbiness of the whites, that's a little bit more bothersome to me. But they do matchy match. And I don't know, I might finish those this week, I might not. I want to focus on finishing the next thing I'm going to show you. And then maybe I'll come back to these, I'm not sure. I might just use this for like a breather project when I need to put the bigger project down. The last active whip I have is, you guys are going to get sick of seeing this, is another stroker. And this one is for someone, again, who should not be watching this. So far, I have knit the sleeves, which bottom up sweaters. I tend to knit the sleeves first because I've never gotten second sock syndrome, but I sure get second sleeve syndrome. So I got my 2 sleeves, and they actually do match. I'm just holding them at different heights. And I have just barely started on the body. I would like to finish this week, but I don't know if that's an attainable goal. We shall see. For Christmas knitting, I have 2 things I really would like to finish before Christmas. It's this, and it's another sweater. And then I have 2 things that if I have time to finish, I will finish, and if not, they will just be after Christmas things. Obviously, you guys can deduce who these things are for. So, probably. The last whip is actually Kristens, and she's using my patchwork bag. And it is another garter squish. This one is actually for us, and she's actually in the middle of a row, but this is, again, James C. Brett, and this is a really nice colorway that has different colors throughout it with a blue base. And this is going to be for our couch. And it's going to be big and squishy, and I have 5 full balls of this, and I believe she's intending on doing all 5. She likes it because she can just sit there and watch TV and talk and knit and not have to think about it. So I really like the Garter Squish blanket. If you're looking for a nice, really mindless, but quick knit, I suggest it. Kristen finished hers in 1 month exactly, with working full time and having about an hour of knitting time a day, sometimes 2, if that. So it's a quick project. She's a fast knitter though. She doesn't think she is, but she's just what is next? Told you there's another sweater I would like to finish for Christmas knitting. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get that done. I have 2 more skeins of sport weight yarn that I would like to knit 2 more pairs of socks. If I get to these, great. If I don't, that's fine too. A pair of sport weight socks takes me about 2 days. 2 days meaning 2 days of knitting here and there, not full day knitting. So one sock I can easily get done in 4 or 5 hours. So I also want to knit more ornaments. I have literally a stack of I want to make this for Christmas. Christmas is a month away. I want to make this for Christmas. I can do it, right? Christmas is a month away. But Christmas happens every year. And the other up next is pajama pants. We open pajamas on Christmas Eve, right before bed every year, and I'm going to do that. I cannot believe how shiny I am. Obviously, I don't wear makeup, but maybe I should consider it. I'm going to have to because of this spot. TMI? I don't know. This spot is, I don't know if it's coming off or if I'm just getting a biopsy in February. I haven't decided yet. Well, I don't know if I get to decide. I'm sure, I get to decide, it's my body, but I don't know if it's coming off or I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that yet because there's a couple things it could be. Anyway, it could just be a red spot, which I'm hoping, but it's probably not. Nothing serious. Anyway, and I have absolutely nothing new. I did go to Joannes the day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday, and I had a list of what I needed. I needed yellow fabric for a lining. I got that. That's already been used. I needed interfacing, fusible fleece. I got that. I already used it. I needed a plate, which is for a project for Christmas. I haven't used that yet, but you'll see that in Vlogmas at some point when I get to it. I think that's all I got there. I didn't get a lot, which is good because I'm focusing on using what I have and only buying what I need to finish a project to finish projects. If I run out of something, then I'm giving myself permission to buy, but otherwise, I am focusing on not buying. So that is all I have for today. I do have a question for you all, though. You guys may or may not have been watching the last 3 days of Vlogmas, and I am curious. You have seen our traditions. What are your traditions for the holidays? For instance, for us, every Black Friday, we do not go Christmas shopping because, like I said, we don't give a lot of gifts. We go and get our Christmas tree. Every single Black Friday, we are the first ones there through the gate. The other thing I do on Black Friday is I put up all the Christmas decorations, except the tree. If we had a fake tree, I would put the tree up, but except the tree, I put up all the Christmas decorations on Black Friday. And they all come down on New Year's Day. So what are your traditions? You'll see more of what our traditions are as Vlogmas continues. For instance, I said the pajamas. I don't know that we really have many others. We do. You'll see them. So tell me yours. I've been loving seeing all the answers to questions. I've been horrible about writing back to comments, I'm going to try to be better, but I don't know if I'm going to be better. I love seeing your answers to these questions, and I hope you guys are enjoying answering them and watching the videos. And I'm going to stop blabbering because it has been 25 minutes and 28, 29, 30 seconds. So until next time, guys, I hope you guys are doing great. All right, bye-bye.